this week on Just Relentless. We are headed back to our Northern Territory in hopes of connecting with another giant black bear.
After the success we found in our first season, we thought we'd be able to carry that momentum into the following year. Little did we know, Mother Nature had other ideas and was going to give us a reality check in a big way.
With the way things were in the world adding on to the challenge of hunting itself, this year made us dig down deep and see just what we are made of. Alright, so we're just getting into the stand here today. It is April 28th, and it is about a few minutes till 6 o'clock. And we're getting in a little bit later. Cal and I both had to work today, but we were able to get everything done at the store. So we ripped up north here to come and have a sit. There's a couple really good shooter bears at this bait. Cal has sat here a couple days ago, and he passed up a really nice chocolate. Still don't know why. Maybe there's a really big one here, but we'll see. There's one. I put my hand up like this at the bait, and he was already taller than my hand. So got a couple really good shooters here. We're gonna go get in here as fast as we can, get settled in, and then hopefully have a really good sit tonight.
Caleb, that's for the bears. These things are crazy good for bears too, man.
If I would have known that I was going to have to give up my candy to the bears, I would have brought myself a little bit bigger bag. But all in all, it felt great to be back in the stand. We have found our way up to our Northern Territory once again, in search of another big archery black bear. We won't be changing things up much at all. As a matter of fact, we won't be changing anything. We're going to be sitting in the exact same stands where we had all the success last year. The stand I'm sitting in tonight holds no exception to that at all. I'm sitting in the stand where Kalen was able to connect and get his very first archery black bear.
first bow kill, my first bear. It's gonna be a memorable one, that's for sure. This is our first successful hunt. It's just Relentless. Caleb is over hunting our back bait right now. Cal's over hunting the birch bait. We got a big haul ahead of us getting out of here, but I couldn't be happier. It's gonna be a late night, but be one to remember forever.
The one thing I love about bear hunting is that the action can start at any moment. And that's exactly what happened. Within minutes of sitting down in the stand, we look to the west and see an absolute gorgeous chocolate boar walking in. There's too much of an angle. I don't have a shot. So there I am, just standing there at what felt like forever, at a chance to pull my bow back. All I needed was for him to take a couple steps further and give me a clean shot. Just Relentless is brought to you by Wild Side Outdoors, Scorpion Outdoor Products, Dry Shod Footwear, Brass Coffee Company, Beaver Buzz Energy,
And Badlands hunting gear.
Now I had been waiting on this bear to give me a shot at what started to seem like forever. But he was fairly keen on staying where he was and just filling his stomach. Here comes another bear. Get ready. At this point, I was starting to think that Jesus was going to come back before this bear ever gave me a shot. But Cal had spotted another bear coming from the west, and that gave us a little bit of hope. Hopefully this other bear was going to come in, and he was going to walk towards them and give me an opportunity. And just like that, in a split second, he got up and turned. I wasn't even able to get my pin to settle, and he walked out. After 45 minutes of waiting, my opportunity was gone. Alright, so we're all loaded up here, and we got all of our candy and bait from Wild Side Outdoors. We're going to go top up all the baits tonight. The wind is kind of swirling right now, so I'm really not sure what bait I'm going to sit yet. We got shooter bears at pretty much every one. It's pretty much just going to come down to the last minute to decide which one I'm going to sit at tonight. But we'll get all this done, loaded up, baited up, and then we'll make our decision from there. But we still got a lot of work ahead of us here, so we can load up and hit the trail. So we just got back from baiting. Everything looks pretty good. A couple shooters on a couple of the cameras. We had a fire go through here the other day, and it really slowed things up at some of our kosher baits. But the one that we're going to sit at tonight didn't take a picture since it's been up, so that sucks. But there's bear sign there like crazy, and some really good sign. It looks to be a pretty big bear. So we're gonna head in here, get settled in, and see what comes out. We're really curious to see what's at that bait, so no time like the present to go and check them out and see what's there. So we're just gonna load up and head on in.
First time sitting at this back station this year. We've had a bit of a late start. Everybody's been working lots, which is good because considering the last year we had a lot was rough around this time. So we're gonna sit tonight, hopefully see some action. Haven't really had a camera over here to see what's going on now, so we're taking pictures. So we're kind of going in blind. We don't really know what's here. But there's a lot of bear sign in the area that shows that there's a big bear here. So hang tight here tonight, see what's here, and hopefully we'll be going home with a big boy in the back of the quad.
Just Relentless is brought to you by Wild Side Outdoors, Scorpion Outdoor Products, Dry Shod Footwear, Brass Coffee Company, Beaver Buzz Energy,
and Badlands Hunting Gear.
So we are sitting in a stand that we have had a lot of success in our past seasons. And this year, we have another shooter black bear that has been coming in at very good shooting light. So today, we have our fingers crossed that he does just that.
Yep, that's him.
It didn't take long for our target bear to make an appearance. Watching him walk in definitely got the heart rate going.
I'll wait for him to come to the barrel. I should have shot him there.
So I made a mistake. I thought this bear was going to come to the barrel and give me a 20-yard shot. But instead, he held up at 30 yards and turned around and walked away.
We're back in the stand. It's been a long week. We had an encounter with our big bear in good light here the other night. And I should have shot him then. He hung up at around 30 yards. And I made the mistake of thinking he was going to come in to the barrel. He was really agitated. Our wind was perfect. I don't really know what got him so agitated. He didn't know we were here. But he hung up at 30 yards. He gave me a shot broadside at 30. I should have shot him then, but living to learn.
So after sitting the entire night and not even seeing a squirrel, it was starting to look like it was going to be another bust. But just then, I caught a glimpse of black coming down the trail behind us. And sure enough, it was him. Now with him walking directly downwind of us, I knew the chances of him coming in were very slim. As a matter of fact, I knew deep down he wasn't walking in at all. And I had to watch him slowly turn and walk away from me one more time. But little did I know, that was going to be the last opportunity that I would have at that bear this season. So I had to switch it up and head to an entirely different stand and a new target bear. So with me having to find a new spot and go after a new target bear, there really was only one option for me. We call this bait the birch bait. This bait has produced some of the biggest black bears that we have ever encountered. And it's also where I was able to shoot my first archery black bear with my good friend Cal Wakeland. So I knew, with the amount of history that this stand holds, there was a good chance that I was coming out with another big black bear. It didn't take long for me to realize that this was the proper move. There was bears all over the place almost immediately. And just as lower light started to set in, a big shooter bear made his appearance.
That's a shooter for sure. If he gives us a shot, we're gonna take him. Heard the death moan, he's done. I was not letting him go. I know I had to film it on the phone, but I was not letting him go. Self-film by myself tonight. I was trying everything to get the camera set up so that I could actually shoot. I had to stick my phone inside my quiver to keep it still so I could shoot. Oh my goodness, I'm still shaking like a leaf. I can't believe that happened.
And what a year it's been. This bear, I could not be happier with. Absolute stud, my biggest to date for sure. Just an absolute warrior. He's got a white V on his chest and I absolutely love that. He came in the last like 15 minutes of legal light. I ran out of camera light on my big camera and had to run off another one. And as soon as I got it set, I let her ride and he didn't go 60 yards and he cashed her in. I'm absolutely blessed. Had a great time. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Can't wait to get home, send him to the taxidermist, and then focus on whitetail, elk, and everything else this fall.